All right, what's going on, everybody? Hope and pray you are all doing well as we give the Most High all the honor, the glory, and all the praise and worship. Want to just say, welcome to another blessed day, another real talk. My title says, "You seen the doctor's report, but did you see the Holy Spirit? Did you hear from the Holy Spirit?" I know what the doctors say, but what did Yah say? This is a video response back to you, Healing 81. Very great email. Now I'm gonna start this off top by saying this. I don't expect everybody to do what I do. I can only just tell people what happened to me, what worked for me, and what I did in the process. Now, this is not to disrespect no doctor, no nurse. But when it comes down to the medical field, we all know that everybody that works in the medical field is not a believer. Everybody don't see, the same God that we see. Some of them don't pray. Some of them don't care for the God that you serve. Now, we have been taught in the Bible by the Holy Spirit to heal ourselves. I don't care how many people argue against this and say it didn't work for me and this and that. No, I'm going to tell you something from personal experience. When you speak into your own life, I don't care what the doctor reports say. When you be obedient to the Holy Spirit, I don't care what the doctor reports say. When you pray, when you praise, when you worship, when you give your all in all to the Holy Spirit, I don't care what the doctors say. Now, you may not have a speedy recovery all the time when things happen, but it is not God's will, as I said the other day, for us to be sick. We got to watch what we're doing and how we're doing it. We covered that the other night. We covered Leviticus on what and what not to eat. But my main thing I'm talking about in this video is you speaking to yourself. You speaking that healing. You believing and knowing that healing. I'm going to say this again. Once you get past believe, because everybody believes that I know, you got to get to the point where you know your body is healed. It's too many people I know on here, online, that have overcame everything the doctors threw at them. I'm grateful for doctors, but the doctor is not my final say so. I'm grateful that the Most High, put doctors here, because there are some doctors that believe in the Most High, and they are awesome doctors. But then you got some of these doctors out here, they really don't care. That's why I'm not talking about all doctors. And you got some beautiful nurses out here with beautiful hearts that care, and then you got some nurses out here that they unbelievers. And we all know how the synthetic drug business is now. I always tell people there's no money in you there's no money in you being cured. The money is in you staying sick. And I don't say things like this to try to disrespect nobody's job. But my point, once again, also is our bodies were not designed for all these drugs. Our bodies were designed for natural healing. What's natural? Too many people in my race, especially, go to the hospital and the doctor say, "You got this." And, okay, all right, I got that. How many pills I need to take, doc? Well, take this one, for your kidneys. Then take these three right here for your high blood pressure. Then take this one here for your diabetes. And I think I'm going to add in three more for this. Then I'm going to put this in there for your cholesterol. Before you look up at the end of the day, you got about 10 or 15 pills with side effects that they want you to put inside of you. When all you had to do was Watch what you was doing. Stop what you was doing. Speak healing. See, we ain't been taught real prosperity because all you've been taught is that fake gospel prosperity about material things and wealth. But when you speak, teach Holy Spirit. I'm talking about your soul prospering, your finance prospering, you, your family, others around you, you prospering in all the aspects of your life, all the areas of your life, without a doubt. That's real prosperity. Because as the Bible teaches you, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? See, we always walk around and talking about by his stripes I'm healed. You better start looking at a spiritual healing. There's nothing wrong with a physical healing. But in Isaiah, he wasn't even talking about a physical healing. He was talking about spiritual healing, spiritual blessings. And one of the best things you can do is speak to your own self. The book of James say you got power in that tongue. You speak life and death. Small part of the body, but one of the most dangerous and effective parts of your body is your tongue. I'm about to shout, boy, y'all, I'm telling you. I'm talking about what I know. I had a long doctor's report. They told me on paper, Mr. Thompson, you just look like you dying. If you don't get no better, it's not looking too good for you. That's all I heard in the hospital. In and out the hospital, in and out the hospital. Year after year, back to back. He got CHF, congestive heart failure. He done had a stroke. He borderline diabetic. His cholesterol look like it's borderline. It's about to jump out. He this, he that. Everything that they said I had. Look at me. Do I look like I'm dying? Do I look like I'm sad and depressed behind what a doctor done told me? And then one time they brought the head big doctor down here because they couldn't figure out what was wrong with my heart. Because see, the thing was, my spiritual side of my heart was in excellent condition. But the physical part of my heart was in dying condition. But as long as my physical part of the spiritual part of my heart stayed in high standards, the physical couldn't help but to get back on track. They don't know what it was. Every night in that hospital, I spoke. Me and my big brother would talk all the time. Little brother and my twin brother, bro, what's going on? I don't know. But I know one thing, this too is gonna pass. I don't know why it happened, how it happened, and don't know how long it's gonna happen. And I laid in that bed. Father, you got this. I would go over there by that window. I had a good spot by the window where I could just see the view of the world, the city, we could say. Talking to the Father. Even when he was remaining silent, and I didn't hear nothing back from him, he was still saying, you here. It just had to happen on Yah's time. You should have saw my doctor's report. You should have been in the room and heard when they said, you'll never move your arm again. We don't think your speech is going to come back in a short time. I was back speaking that same week. I had the stroke. We don't think you'll be able to move your fingers at all. We just don't know. And if you don't get a heart soon, well, you don't have enough money to be on the list to get a heart. We don't do that here. We would have to fly you somewhere else, and it costs X and X amount of dollars just to even get on the list, but you got a whole lot of people in front of you. You need a new heart. That's what the doctor report said. But the last time I was at a doctor's appointment, which was a while ago, everything on paper was at its right percentage. What do you think happened to me where I got back to normal? The pills or the Holy Spirit? Let me hit you with something you don't hear too often in the Bible. When the Most High said things that are impossible with man are possible with the Father. I'm going to say it again. Things that are impossible with man are possible with the Father. You can speak life and death in your own life. It's up to you. You want to be sick, keep walking around talking about you ain't going to get healed and you going to stay sick. I heard people say, it's God's will for me to be sick, brother. I ain't going to get no better. No, it's not his will. But if you want to be healed, speak it. Be obedient. And one thing I gotta say to my race of people, because y'all get on my nerve with this, and I love you so much, and that's why I'm gonna tell you straight up, because I love you. All this pray for me mess, when you don't pray for yourself, all this JT pray for me, and you don't want to put the cigarettes down, all this JT pray for me, and you don't want to stop getting drunk, hoarding around, and messing up your body, don't ask me to pray for you no more. Because what good is that prayer going to do if you're not going to do what you're going to do on your end? Faith without works is dead. See, I already know what to do in my life, have done it. But I can't make you do what I did for my healing. I wasn't getting drunk. I wasn't getting high. I wasn't putting poison in my body. So my body had a better chance of recovering because I didn't do all this stuff. But my people, y'all need to wake up, man. All this pray for me, and you going through 4 packs of cigarettes a day. Your habits is what's killing you anyway. What good is my prayer gonna do for you? That sound mean, but real talk, it ain't being mean. I've lost so many people. Me and my twin brother was just saying yesterday how many people have died in 2020. That list is long. Some done lost 5 at one time. As I speak on here so much, your body is a temple, presented a living sacrifice to be holy and acceptable. You represent the Most High. You represent the Holy Spirit. I know the body is only temporary, but don't do it like that. Don't punish it. Be grateful that he loaned us this body until we can get it to one that ain't gonna be nothing like this. Way better than this. And some of y'all don't even want to get the new one because you stuck on the old one. You heard the doctor's report, but what was the Holy Spirit report? What if that woman in the battle with the blood issue would have just gave up? What if the blind man didn't even want to get healed? What if the ones in the Bible, they just never even would have just approached Christ? Or when Christ approached them, they wouldn't have had no kind of faith. Christ will say, do you believe you can be healed? Do you believe I can do this? And I'm telling somebody right now, I don't know who this video is for other than the one I'm doing it for, but it's somebody else. I don't know who it is. And I'm telling you right now, do you understand and believe and know that he can do this? I don't care what you're fighting with, what the sickness is. Everybody I know that's going to the hospital now, they just, you know what, man, they got their coronavirus. How do you know? Where did corona really come from? I ain't even gonna get off into that. Y'all already know my take on this, all this deceiving and these lies and what you just said. Well, they said I got this. There you go again. I heard what the doctor report said, but what did the Holy Spirit say? What did God show you about corona? This is why I got 1 million people arguing with me right now, because they can't see in the Holy Spiritual, in the spiritual realm, what I see. That's why talking to an unbeliever, you will never get to the end of that conversation, because they will not see. They are blinded. As the Bible say, Satan has blinded the minds of the unbelievers, and a lot of them is your own kinfolk, even though some of them may be claiming Christianity. Let me tell you something, everybody that's claiming Christianity don't believe. Let me get off of here, y'all. With that being said, I love you, take care, and have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day. Seek the Holy Spirit.